March 3, 2025. Heathrow Airport customs officers opened a package that would expose one of Britain's most sophisticated criminal networks. Inside, 170 mobile phones, each one carefully wrapped in aluminum foil. Every single device stolen from London streets, now bound for Algeria. But this wasn't random smuggling. This was precision logistics. And the man who orchestrated this shipment had never personally stolen a phone in his life. His name is Zachary Sinki, and over the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how he built a criminal empire that processed 5,000 stolen phones in 18 months. More importantly, I'll explain why your phone could easily end up in the next package heading to North Africa, and what that means for everything stored on your device. Because what happened to the victims of Zachary's network will change how you think about phone security forever. Welcome to UK True Crime Files. Let's dive in. Zachary Sinki appeared to be an ordinary resident of North London. 31 years old, Algerian immigrant, no previous criminal record. But Metropolitan Police surveillance, conducted over 18 months, revealed something extraordinary. This man had built what detectives described as the most sophisticated phone theft operation they'd ever encountered. Court records show that between January 2024 and June 2025, Zachary's network processed over 5,000 stolen mobile phones. That's 9 devices every single day. For a year and a half, the operation generated hundreds of thousands of pounds in profit, using a system so compartmentalised that most participants had no idea they were part of an international criminal enterprise. Processing centres operated from residential addresses across North London. Finchley, Barnet, Hendon, ordinary houses concealing extraordinary criminal activity. But here's what made Zachary's operation truly remarkable. He achieved all of this without ever personally stealing a single phone. So how does someone with no criminal background build a multi-million-pound trafficking network? And more importantly, how did ordinary London phone theft become an international criminal industry? The answer lies in a recruitment system that police describe as more sophisticated than most legitimate businesses. What sets Zachary Sinki apart is the way his operation was structured. Unlike typical street criminals, Zachary never personally snatched a phone. Instead, he built a system where each part of the process was isolated, like a spy network. Step 1. Young people, often teenagers, approached victims on electric bikes or scooters. The phone snatched in under 3 seconds. Step 2. The stolen phone was immediately wrapped in aluminum foil, creating a Faraday cage that blocked all signals. GPS tracking. Useless. Find my iPhone. Dead in the water. Step 3. The phone was delivered to a processing centre, usually a residential address in North London, where the criminals accessed banking apps, changed passcodes, and drained accounts within minutes. Step 4. Phones were repackaged for international shipping, bound for markets in Algeria and beyond. The key to this system's success was compartmentalisation. The young thieves never met the processors never met the shippers. Each level operated independently, minimizing risk. If one part was caught, the rest of the network kept running. This criminal architecture was designed for maximum efficiency and minimum exposure. It was a business model disguised as street crime. Let's look at one victim's experience to understand the speed and scale of this operation. On May 29, 2025, Kush Cherry was at a Soho bar. At 11:43 p.m., he felt someone brush past him. When he looked down, his phone was gone. But the theft was just the start. By 11:47 p.m., the thief had changed his phone's passcode. At 11:52 p.m., they accessed his banking app. By 11:58 p.m., £5,000 had been transferred out. By midnight, Kush's account was emptied, £35,000 gone. His savings, wedding fund, money saved for 5 years, all taken in less than an hour. This rapid timeline is typical, from a 3.2-second snatch to a 48-hour international trafficking pipeline. The operation runs like clockwork. Zachary's network processed 9 phones every day for 18 months. The scale is staggering. But the police response was about to escalate too. The investigation revealed a recruitment system more sophisticated than many legitimate businesses. Zachary and his associates targeted vulnerable young people, often teenagers from disadvantaged backgrounds. Social media was the gateway. Promises of easy money lured them in. But these recruits had no idea they were part of an international criminal network. Once a phone was stolen, it was immediately wrapped in aluminum foil. This created a Faraday cage, blocking all signals. GPS tracking and Find My iPhone became useless. Phones were then delivered to processing centers, usually ordinary homes in North London. Within minutes, banking apps were accessed using biometric bypass techniques. Passwords were changed, funds transferred, and new payment methods set up. The stolen phones were then repackaged for international shipping. Court documents revealed Zachary worked closely with Ahmed Parnafi, another Algerian national. Together, they built a network that spanned continents. This was no longer just street crime. It was a global criminal enterprise. The investigation revealed a recruitment system more sophisticated than many legitimate businesses. Zachary and his associates targeted vulnerable young people, often teenagers from disadvantaged backgrounds. Social media was the gateway. Promises of easy money lured them in. But these recruits had no idea they were part of an international criminal network. Once a phone was stolen, it was immediately wrapped in aluminum foil. This created a Faraday cage, blocking all signals. GPS tracking and Find My iPhone became useless. Phones were then delivered to processing centers, usually ordinary homes in North London. Within minutes, banking apps were accessed using biometric bypass techniques. Passwords were changed, funds transferred, and new payment methods set up. The stolen phones were then repackaged for international shipping. Court documents revealed Zachary worked closely with Ahmed Parnafi, another Algerian national. Together, they built a network that spanned continents. This was no longer just street crime. It was a global criminal enterprise. In court, Zachary Sinki and Ahmed Parnafi were sentenced to a combined total of 19 years in prison. The evidence was clear. Their network had generated hundreds of thousands of pounds through stolen phone trafficking. But despite these convictions, the criminal enterprise they built continues to operate. Police describe it as a Hydra. Cut off one head and 2 more grow back. New leaders emerge, adapting faster than law enforcement can respond. Encrypted communications, cryptocurrency payments, and compartmentalised operations make dismantling the network a constant challenge. The scale and sophistication of these networks rival legitimate businesses. And while the arrests mark a significant victory, the fight against phone trafficking is far from over. Behind every stolen phone is a human story. Sarah Chen's phone was stolen outside a Camden restaurant. The thieves accessed her work emails and sent fraudulent invoices to her clients. She lost her freelance design business and fell into depression. Michael Thompson's phone was taken at London Bridge Station. Criminals used his banking access to steal £15,000, money saved for his daughter's university fees. She had to defer her education for a year. Emma Rodriguez's phone was stolen in Covent Garden. Thieves used her social media accounts to scam friends and family, destroying relationships built over decades. These stories reveal the true cost of phone theft. The financial loss is devastating, but the psychological impact runs deeper. Victims report feeling unsafe, paranoid, and constantly looking over their shoulders. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, a psychologist working with crime victims, says, phone theft victims often develop symptoms similar to PTSD. Losing a phone feels like losing their identity. This is the hidden toll of a crime that many dismiss as petty. Parliamentary committees have taken notice. Throughout 2025, MPs have challenged Apple and Google representatives over their role in the phone theft epidemic. The technology to stop stolen phones from being used exists. Permanent kill switches that would render devices worthless to thieves. Yet tech companies refuse to implement them. Official responses cite concerns over user experience and technical challenges. But many suspect the real reason is financial. Every stolen phone forces victims to buy replacements, generating billions in sales annually. This raises difficult ethical questions. Are tech companies prioritizing profit over user security? And what responsibility do governments have to enforce stronger protections? International prosecution is complicated by the global nature of these networks. Legal systems struggle to keep pace with the speed and sophistication of the crime. For victims, justice often feels out of reach. The investigation continues, but many questions remain unanswered. The London phone theft model is no longer just a local problem. It's a global criminal pandemic. Paris saw a 40% increase in phone theft in 2024. Barcelona, 60%. Rome, 35%. Madrid, 50%. Criminal networks worldwide are adopting the industrial-scale methods pioneered here. The same routes once used for drug smuggling now carry stolen phones. And the profits fund organized crime across continents. But there is hope. Victims and communities are fighting back. From phone protection schemes to innovative technology that can track devices even when wrapped in foil. Awareness is the most powerful weapon. The more people understand how these networks operate, the harder it becomes for criminals to succeed. Your phone is more than a device, it's a target. And with knowledge, you can protect yourself. If careful investigation into organized crime matters to you, subscribing helps us cover more cases responsibly. Thank you for watching.